out there. Selena is the answer on the other side from Icon. Yeah, Selena needs to be removed. Now, there's still Hayabusa, there's still Hellcat, Grok obviously still pretty much up there if they want to be doing it. Of course, most of these players do have their signature champions. I don't think so a Gushan ban will necessarily come true.
I don't think
given they have removed Chao.
Yeah, and this Chao ban is understandable because in the previous we saw the captain Silo actually playing a lot of Chao in week 1, and it's going to be Natalia being banned out. This is going to open up a lot of ban pick options here for both of these teams. So one last ban for both sides. What will it be? There's still Hayabusa, as you mentioned. Do you think that
potentially Grok, I believe, might be the ban here? The Chao ban is also targeted towards global top-ranking player, multiple seasons coming through. Interesting that Natalia gets removed out here. So what I'm looking at is, potential lots of majors coming through. So Hellcat gets removed, pretty much as expected. Hayabusa is open. They can go in for the first big Jawhead, but Grok most likely going to be it. I think a little bit too, and there it is, it locked in. I think it's a little bit too risky just to give up Grok. Really high potential because with a Grok, you can go in for the early invade.
I just really love how Team SAIYAN Reborn come up with the ban so efficiently, because once you remove the Cho as well as the Natalia, this opens up a lot of options for them, and you still have things like the Jawhead open up. We might see Icon picking that up, but instead you see King Kutum immediately snatch the Gushan away from the hands of Team SAIYAN Reborn.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do go in for another assassin. So you have Hayabusa as well. I think this works really well for SAIYAN Reborn because you do have quite a number of assassins. You do have quite a number of variety that you can pick up with it. Instead of just having Gushan there, you can pick up Lancelot. It's interesting. Both of them are switching what was their best pick of last week, but really securing the additional Jawhead here in combination with Grok will be quite strong. And they go with Bane as well. So far, loving the draft coming out from SAIYAN Reborn.
I definitely have to agree with you, and I think that the Bane pick is a really strong split-pushing hero coming into play. You could use ultimate just to break down towers, or even do a lot of poke just to sustain in the lane as well. So pretty wise choice. We see a lot of Bane picks coming through, but that's going to be a Martis being picked up by the side of Icon alongside with Minotaur.
Dear Lord.
Minotaur is an interesting discussion that we had in the previous week. I was talking to some of these casters, and all these supports, they opt for something more tanky. And this actually provides Icon with enough front line from the Martis as well as the Minotaur. And if they do catch out some of these squishier targets from the back, it's going to be more interesting.
Please lock this in.
Oh, wow.
This is another direct counter to Icon's lineup.
And that's going to be Harley as well as Lancelot. Well, Lancelot is no surprise because that's the only few S tier or A tier assassins left on the table for the side of SAIYAN Reborn. But are they going in for this marksman pick? And that will be it. Wow.
All right. So lots of interesting changes coming through. That's here. As much as Minotaur is a support, not really considered. I mean, he's there mostly for his engage towards the teams that's there. You have carry that comes through because you have quite a bit of tanks that's there. However, they are so squishy.
Yes.
Icon needs a huge swing in the early game, or else
I think they will definitely crumble if they hit the later stages of the game. But let's move into game 1. Now, predictions. Who will be taking in the first blood in terms of victory
first
here?
blood? Ooh, death.
Well,
really
assassins,
a lot of assassins.
Well, I would place my chips over on the side of Icon.
Okay.
If they could actually secure that early lead, it will go swinging in terms of the favor. But what do you think about SAIYAN Reborn's chances into this matchup?
I believe SAIYAN Reborn, I think based on the draft, I will give them 55-45.
55.
Yeah, so a little bit edge to them just because of the Grok pick. Now, Grok is amazing at going in and invading and taking away buffs. So you have 3 people that really need buffs to start off on the side of Icon. So one person will start to fall behind if you steal another buff. 2 people start to fall behind. So it is quite a risky composition to start it off with. If they don't get kills, they also fall further behind. I think overall there's a better I think that's a easier, less risky wave coming out from SAIYAN Reborn.
Yeah.
But I do like the variety of the picks that's there. I would have loved if the Nana pick really came true, because that creates so much disruption in any sort of team fight, and you have Bane there as well that could have locked it down, but they needed damage, so Lancelot, yeah.
Exactly, and I think the Nana pick will be super interesting if it went through. Like, let's talk a little bit about Nana. We haven't seen much of Nana in recent matches as well. Why do you think that they left it out?
When Nana got reworked, she was ridiculously powerful. Then she got nerfed, so then everybody was like, yeah, okay, no, let's not pick up Nana. But also the meta has changed so much. Since Nana got reworked.
We see more popular picks such as Kaya coming in, as well as Diggy, and we mentioned Minotaur not too long ago. So we see all these are very team fight reliant compositions, and we will move straight into the game. Immediately we see a couple of members from the side of SAIYAN Reborn has already moved towards the top side here. Might just go in for an invade here from the side of Icon. Oh, Marty's going in with that Ashura's aura, snapping it up over onto that Harley, and immediately going in for the first tower already. Really good rotations coming from the side of Icon.
Okay, Zen needs to be really cautious about this. You have multiple members that are moving up to the top. In fact, all four members are there. Will use the shadows to dash away, but it will not be quite enough. You're going to see very quickly, really going to pick up that kill. So first blood did go to SAIYAN Reborn. Now the response coming through is also, a little bit more wise, that SAIYAN Reborn rotated up to the top. Right now, they're immediately going on to Turtle. As much as, yes, Papa can pick up the bottom tower that's there, it's not going to be quite enough. They have a marksman. They need to wait for the later stages of the game.
And looks like they're contesting for the Turtle already. Ketum is hiding just at the brush here. Sino going in for the flank. Looks like there's a beautiful knockup coming through. And that's going to be the Turtle in the hands of SAIYAN Reborn. But instead, Icon will be picking up a couple of kills here. Martis managed to take down that Lancelot as well as the jaw hit. And that's going to be 3 kills in the hands of Icon.
There was a one last hit that's going over there. Papa needs to be really cautious about this. Silo does not go down, even with the last pick of the true damage coming in from Carry there. Yes, they do get a couple of kills. However, Turtle did go over, secured by Lancelot over to SAIYAN Reborn. So far, with one tower going down, we see a slight goal lead, coming up slightly over 1,000 over there. But in terms of levels, that's really important at this point. Minotaur is still at 3, so, a little bit behind, just because they started grouping a little bit earlier.
Yes, and from the side of SAIYAN Reborn, definitely having that level advantage will benefit them a lot. We talk about how well they will scale towards the late game, and I think they're putting a lot of eggs in the basket in this one. There might just be a team fight coming over a top side here, and they immediately paying for a retreat. Yeah, immediately resetting it.
This is definitely not a fight they want to be taking at this point, just because there's no objective for them to be taking after, so it would be quite a pointless team fight. Also, we're going to see here the Icon is just heavily rotating, looking for the pressure across multiple lanes. Now they left Carry alone at the bottom there, and quite easy pick off here. Lancelot will dash forward. No, opting not to go in for that. Not quite sure if that was the right call, given that Carry was also very low on mana.
Yeah, and I believe that if they go all the way, they could have picked up that kill, but that flicker was channeled out just in time to save his own life. Kappa, oh my.
Yeah, the bottom lane will definitely go down here. You have Lancelot and Harley with a big wave that's coming through, and both sides here really pressuring out the turrets. Both playing what a really impressive macro game for now. But how long can they keep on the macro game? Because once the towers are gone, they're gone. Yes. And they have to start the team fights soon. Turtle is coming up in the next 2 seconds. And immediately they're moving up to the next tower. Their Hayabusa having to rotate all the way down. This could open another Turtle take here, but it looks like they are opting to go for the lane pushers. Bane up top going in with Gushin there.
Well, I'm not too sure if they should challenge for this one, because Long will definitely be a goner right there. Beautiful Decimate coming through, and that's going to be a killing spree in the hands of the Martis. Now, Turtle being pulled away by the Minotaur, but there is some members from SAIYAN Reborn scouting out. That's going to be King Gutham getting smashed at by the Grok. Now, looking at how things are going so far, Icon got a couple of kills in their hands, but they might just get challenged in the jungle. Gutham gets knocked up in the air. But judging from how things are going, they've already secured 2 towers, one on the bottom side and one over on the top lane. Now, how do you think this will fare out for SAIYAN Reborn? How should they play this out, and who should they catch first?
Well, it actually works out into their favor here because all they need to do is disrupt Turtle right now, and Turtle will respawn into Lord soon. And that's what they're doing here. They're just posturing around. They just want to delay it. They don't need to, overly commit into here. Bane throws out or the ultimate to zone them away. They are pushing out both of the lanes that's there. So, they're playing this wisely, knowing that there's no reason to specifically go in for this objective because Lord will take over in a matter of a minute.
And looking into the mid lane, there is still a little bit of scuffle by both Icon as well Team SAIYAN Reborn, just trying to hold on to the best as they can. But two members being sent out to deal with the Hayabusa. Immediately, Lancelot will be able to pick up the kill.
They catch off Martis.
Oh, that's going to be more action here. SAIYAN will be able to escape. Looks like he will be facing a couple of hits from the Lord, but he will be fine for now.
He definitely will be fine, but you asked me, how does it work for SAIYAN Reborn? It actually does so well for them because they are able to restabilize the game, although they were behind in terms of goal. The goal now is back to equal again, and that was really smart play, knowing that Turtle's going to come up, let them start it. As long as we delay them, we'll be A-okay.
Yeah, I do agree with you there, and you can see SAIYAN Reborn does have this AoE composition where if they go in for a 5v5, they possibly can walk out victorious here, but they need to make sure that they get all these items right. Now, looking into all these rotations, there is Harley over the bottom side still dealing with the Hayabusa, making sure that he's suppressed so that he doesn't do anything.
He will come in because Lancelot is from the side there as well. It's going to Hayabusa. It looks like this will be one final hit and kill. It will be good. Rin doing such an amazing job against Zen here. Now keep in mind that Icon has the tower advantage, which means they should have the gold advantage as well, but they do not. And this, in layman's terms means that SAIYAN Reborn is controlling the towers better, the lanes better, and getting more gold. More gold also means more experience, which is why you see here Rin at level 11 and the highest member on the side of Icon only at 9. Yes. This is a bad sign for Icon when you have so many assassins.
And they're slowly scaling off right now. They have 2 assassins in the hand, and now you can see that the goal swing is headed towards the hands of SAIYAN Reborn right now. And they have absolute control of the river right now. And you can see Evo might just go in for a fight here, but there is King Kingdom being shredded.
The toss back, ooh, good flicker to save himself there, but now the flicker is gone, which means his initiation power is, dropped so dramatically. We also see that Grok just got an Athena shield as well, which means additional magic resist. That's going to be more difficult for Gushen, who is the highest ahead. King almost getting taken down. Another time here, Gushen comes through, and that's simply because Bane does not have magic resist.
And the Minotaur just pulled it off so well. He managed to escape from the danger and immediately go back in for a fight. Looking into itemization, you can see in the hands of SAIYAN Reborn, there's so much damage in the hands. But on the side of Icon, not much has been bought up by all these members, but they are going in for more action over mid lane.
Really, Grok's the only one that can stand in the front line because he has gotten the magic resist and Athena shield that's there. The reason why we saw Bane getting, insta-gipped over there is because he did not have any form of defensive items. So if SAIYAN Reborn wants to really keep up, their advantage here, they need to be cautious. Ooh, good juke away from the daggers, but still not going to be quite enough. As the King of Ashura will get the kill. Credit on that one.
And Team SAIYAN Reborn, they might have lost a member, but they are trying their best just to hold on. But this tower will fall in the blink of an eye with Icon just trying to push right in. Immediately they rotate towards the Lord's area here and sending out the Gushen just to deal with a couple of waves here. Just making sure that he gets enough gold for all his big items. And when he does, it'll be pretty sure that he'll be able to burst out members like Bane.
If he has the item advantage, here Bane is still really just building up, additional damage, still really early on. And this is also because SAIYAN Reborn has been grouping up a lot, so we have Blades of Despair already being called for multiple members here. That will definitely help the insta burst that's going to be coming through, but they need to also be very cautious and, be a little bit patient in how they take these fights. They need to be really cautious. There's going to be 3 members over there, forces to flicker away, and that should be enough for them. Just to make sure that, over the next minute and a half, they aren't getting, all the pressure that's there. Minotaur gets spotted out, and at the same time, he spots everybody else. The wall not splitting anybody.
Yeah, and Minotaur just holding on to that position well enough to make sure that there's no flanks coming through, just scouting out. And now that's going to be Icon members just making a little bit more room. You can see that there's a 3-1-1 formation being brought out right now. The Jawhead should be able to hold out by his own. CS Evil spots out 2 members from the side of Icon. Try to hook him with the Crab Claw Cannon, but that's going to be Zen dropping down to 10% health. Oh, one more shot and he would have made a really good kill over onto that Hayabusa. But fortunately enough, he managed to survive from the hands of the rain.
He does survive. If we do continue seeing the game sort of this, them bouncing back and forth, what's going to happen is that Icon will be able to just farm, pretty stress-free. And when the assassins really reach the late stages of the game, it is going to come down to that, one quick pick-off. On the other side, if say Reborn just farms up all the way through, yes, they will become, very tanky over there. However, because they are lacking in terms of overall damage, it may not necessarily work out with them, moving up, especially when the Lord fights do come out. Yeah, we're going to see Grog does, charge into the bush with the 2 people.
He doesn't need to worry at all. Look at the amount of damage to it. It's just peanuts. But we see another turret falling over the bottom lane, and Icon just losing out. There's just going to be some fights over on the back here, and Evil is charging right through.
Hunter does get slowed down here. The Grog wall will be good, but it looks like he may have trapped his enemy, within the fight that's there, but at the same time, really creating the confines for his team as well. Silent going to be going up ahead, but it's so messy at this point. King will be the next one to fall down as the blades get pulled back. There's 4 members that said does not manage to escape. There's going to be a quick law thing for them. Say Reborn really get to reap the rewards. 4 members of Icon going down. Only Hayabusa left, but it's completely across the map.
And looks like Icon had to pay the price for their aggression. They've been lurking around the jungle for so long. Now look at this beautiful engage coming through. And come to back, immediately gets bursted down by the Harley. And immediately you see members falling left and right with Lancelot picking up so many kills. He picks up, he ended the streak of Martis, eventually pick up a double kill, and also come out on top with the Lord in their hands.
Also, it was really good telegraphic skills using, it was by Rin saying, oh look, potentially gadgets in the bush right here, let's go and check that out. They do get rewarded with an additional kill over there. The gold swings, increases now to 3,000. Back to Sin, Reborn side, great wall and knock up there. Rin gets another kill, and now Bane's going to be easily chipping down the tower. Unfortunately, Ashura's thief doesn't quite find anybody, and does toss back onto Martis, but they are in dangerous territory here. They need to be careful. Silo does get knocked away here, and now we're going to see that the cards do not find the right target, but still good enough for overflow damage to rest. Come to Papa here now, battling out with Silo, who will manage to escape as the one final hit does not get used to pop on either side. Still, 3 members of Icon going down.
My oh my, Icon is just falling to pieces.
Bad shadow movement. We're going to see Silo moving back up again. Looks like he will be able to use the shadows to heal himself back up. But Lord is still really healthy.
Oh my goodness, look at the Lord just chunking down the turret, and now they have so much to deal with here for the side of Icon. Members from the side of Team SAIYAN Reborn, they have mid lane being brought down as well. Now, they just have absolute control over this game. I'm not sure if Icon can actually hold on for longer.
Icon really needs time for that goal so that they can build up items, and they did not find the right pickoffs here, which is really dangerous. I mean, really, they're hoping for Martis to be there in forms of the initiation in front, but Carrie is nowhere close to being, the powerhouse that she needs to be. Looking in terms of goal, 9-1-1 on Rin, on that Lancelot there. Lots of items. And you look at Carrie on the other side, they're still struggling.
Yeah, and she's just only had that endless battle recently being purchased. Only 2 items in comparison to all these in the backs of SAIYAN Reborn. Man, if I were to be Carrie, I don't want to stay all the way behind and not even deal with a Grok in front of my face, because their main idea of having the carry is to make sure that she snowballs and eventually shut down the tanks. But there just might just be another fight that might just commence.
You also know right now that SAIYAN Reborn recognizes that they are ahead. Bane has gotten Berserker's Fury there as well. But the moment Harley starts to buy defensive items, you know you are in the driver's seat, and that's exactly where it is. If SAIYAN Reborn screws up a fight right now, it is their game to lose because they have pressure across all 3 lanes. They can wait out for another 70 seconds for Lord to come up. at the same time, just perpetually push the lanes in, deny all forms of jungle, and find any way of them coming back. Because right now, they are trailing behind in terms of levels. Minotaur just hit 12.
And in another minute, you will see another Lord coming out. But I don't think that they need to wait out for the Lord to even come out for this. But Icon will just stay inside of their high ground here. And looking at King Ketum, he's at level 12. Level 12 Minotaur, I don't think that he poses any threat at all. He, even as a front line, any members from the side of Team SAIYAN can just take him down so easily. It doesn't matter what kind of items you have because you're just not ahead.
You're not ahead. Oh my word. Jumping all the way in. Great placement coming out from there. It looks like Hayabusa might be the next one to fall out here. Perfect knockup of the 3 members over there. King will be the next one to fall down away. He does use his rage and will be able to get out of this. The blades get called back onto Gushen there as Silo will manage to escape. That one final hit from Carry did not come down.
Then that was a beautiful one coming through. They managed to pick off that Hayabusa, but of course, from the side of Icon, they managed to take down 2 members, Jin as well as Evil, and that is pretty much a good start for them. They managed to at least see how much they get deal when they overextend. And right now, SAIYAN Reborn, they have the Lord available, and all they have to do is just to take control of this part of the river. They've already have top lane pushing in as well. Now, there is the carry going through. And if they just group up right now, I think that they have the advantage, especially when the Grok reaches through.
This Harley is getting so much information from this rotation around. They know exactly where they are. And you notice, SAIYAN Reborn is being really patient. They know they are waiting in the bush. They're going to be baiting themselves out there through and
getting spotted out there with the Crab Claw Cannon, but that's going to be Team SAIYAN Reborn initiating the Lord already.
Oh, fast takedown. It looks like it might potentially be enough here. They're waiting for that one last hit to come through. Who comes in the Smite Wall? It is a little bit too early, but still, SAIYAN Reborn does get it. They need to back away from this. Icon should not be taking this fight aggressively because Hayabusa is pushing up there. It's potentially going to be a 5v4, but the minion wave is still not quite there. Landrock will make it in time.
As the Hayabusa managed to take down the top lane, bought enough time for Icon. Well, at least they found a loophole for them, a consolation prize as well. But the Lord will be marching through over on the bottom lane. They don't have towers left. So
I would right now, get SAIYAN Reborn to send 1 member top to clear an additional wave so that it creates a bit of additional pressure as Lord begins to push, because Lord will only meet halfway through the area right now. They do go into Rin, but they blow up so many of their ultimates. Uta does get petrified right in the middle of the day. It will be a double kill being taken down as now SAIYAN Reborn in the driver's seat, going to be charging out ahead. Legendary comes the pop-up, and now the toss back onto Papa. We're going to see Joy charging up a front Hayabusa. There's not much that you can do. The ring does get tossed out. The damage will come through, as still we're going to get Jin outperforming everybody else. A lot didn't even get a single swing. They get 1-0.
That was just perfectly done by the side of Team SAIYAN Reborn. And they set up that Death Rush over on the bottom lane, hoping to catch out Rin. But Rin smells the danger, immediately that flickers away, and all the other members just pile up over onto Icon. Look
10, 1, and 5 on Rin. Really very impressive coming through. But let's look at Come to Papa. He was one of the MVP highlights that's there. Unfortunately, did not really perform much on carry. And on the other side, if you look at Jin, 3, 4, and 5 also, didn't really perform, but still was that pivotal member being up front, tossing back, creating distance against what is, a sort of 3 assassin fighter composition that's there.